This news update is brought to you by
Grab somebody and tell them hello. Your happiness will be connect to flow. Smile and cheer because that is we flow. Grab somebody and tell them hello. With your hands in the air, hands in the air, hands in the air, hands in the air. This is how we flow, yeah. Grab somebody and tell them this is how we flow.
It's Wednesday, August 19, and this is the Barbados Today Evening Update. I'm Fenella Wedderburn. Thanks for joining us. Police are investigating the unnatural death of a 21-year-old St. Michael man. Ashem Telemaque died at the Queen Elizabeth Hospital this morning, some 2 weeks after he was injured when gunmen opened fire on a group of people gathered at the Pump It Up Sports Bar in Fords Road, St. Michael. The Britons Hill resident was shot in the head on August 4th around 12:45 a.m. A second man, a 48-year-old, was also injured in the chest area. He was briefly hospitalized and discharged. Police investigations are continuing. Now, Telemaque's death comes as another shooting victim, Dwight Holder, was laid to rest today. The 30-year-old, a primary school teacher, lost his life after he was shot multiple times by gunmen while in Bedford Lane, Bushall, St. Michael.
We are all quite certain that a young man like Dwight, having lived only 29 years, has not completed his journey. And the tragedy of his life's termination makes it difficult to tell the story of his life today. Had our friend lived past the traditional 70, we would give thanks for his life. But while his journey has ended short of that mark, we can still give thanks today. We can give thanks and take some small comfort in the fact that Dwight's 29 years enhanced the lives of so many among us, and it is clear from the presence of so many of you here today.
In other news, disaster officials in Barbados and the region are leaving nothing to chance when it comes to Tropical Storm Danny. Kerry Hines is the acting director at the Department of Emergency Management, and she's urging residents not to become complacent. Her plea comes as a NOAA Hurricane Hunter aircraft gets ready to arrive in Bridgetown tomorrow. Beginning Friday and into next week, the Hunter will fly from Bridgetown on several missions to gather data on Danny, which is expected to develop into a hurricane by the time it reaches the Lesser Antilles.
You should inspect around your homes, ensure that they're free of debris, check your insurance policies, make sure your family is safe, have your emergency kit, know where your shelters are just in case you have to evacuate your home and go to the nearest shelter. What we usually tell you, ensure you reinforce your house, retrofit, do put up your shutters, have your emergency water, emergency supplies in place, your emergency power in terms of generators. So there are a number of preparedness actions that you need to do.
At 5 p.m., Tropical Storm Danny was located 1,325 miles east of the chain of islands, moving towards the west, near 10 miles per hour with 50-mile-per-hour winds and higher gusts. Sonia Nurse, Deputy Director at the Met Office, revealed that based on its present track, Danny is expected to pass 218 miles north of Barbados around Sunday night into early Monday morning. She says the country may get some deterioration in sea conditions depending on the strength of the system when it passes, but says it is still too early to tell if the system would affect the island, as feeder bands would have to be monitored. As such, she is urging residents to continue paying close attention to weather updates. Meantime, regional airline LIAT is already taking the system seriously. In a release this afternoon, officials at the island hopper informed the traveling public that it may be forced to cancel certain flights due to the impending storm. Travelers were advised that flights on Sunday, August 23rd, Monday, August 24th, and Tuesday, August 25th may be impacted. LIAT says customers affected by the disruptions who wish to rebook for a later date will be allowed to do so without change fees or fare differences for a period of 2 weeks from the date of their original scheduled travel. The airline says a further advisory will be issued on Friday. The recently constructed speed humps leading into the River Van Stan are now a concern for one of the major public transport organizations. Chairman of the Association of Owners of Public Transport, Roy Raphael, tells Barbados Today there are too many of those speed humps.
We were told that it is a concern for some commuters and operators themselves. I don't know, we were told by the Ministry of Transport that there will be a diversion which allows the van to divert away from the area, but I was made to understand last Saturday the area was reopened, and it is causing some concerns. What we will do as a team, this is the Association of Owners of Public Transport, and the APTO and the NUPW who represent the workers, along with the DART, which is also represent the workers, Drivers Against Reckless Conduct. We will be organizing a tour shortly of the River Van Stan, where we will also see what is happening there ourselves.
Some sports news now. After 3 consecutive finals, Patriots are finally the kings of the Corporators General Insurance-sponsored Barbados Amateur Basketball Association's Division 1 competition. The new champions captured the title after they conquered Newberry 66-52 last night at the Wilde Gymnasium, leading after each quarter 15-11, 30-29, and 45-41. They took the best-of-3 series showdown 2-1. Meanwhile, in the best-of-5 Premier League finals, Pan American Insurance Warrants went ahead 2-1 after they demolished reigning champions Orange 3 Pinelands 81-51 after leading at the quarter breaks 15-5, 35-22, and 52-35.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Secure your future, be financially strong. Since 1983, we have been there for you. A smart range of products, great tax benefits. We're the solution to your hopes and your dreams. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. Humble beginnings to smart loans, smart savings. Save smart and borrow smarter. That's the move for me. Stability, prosperity. We're the solution to your hopes and your dreams. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union.
Got it in my hand, got it in my hand, yeah. My Barbados, my bank. Got to understand, yeah. My Barbados, my bank. Ain't nothing like a core bank spare. None of them others just can't compare. You just got to love that taste. It's a world-class thing this land makes. Whether I'm cruising or at a bar, whether I'm at home, my bank spare is never far. For this blessing, got to give God thanks. My Barbados, my bank.
We pick up with news from our regional neighbors. St. Kitts Nevis joins the growing number of Caribbean countries forced to implement measures to conserve water due to severe drought conditions. Water authorities say they have been forced to increase water rationing and are now appealing to consumers to save water. The new measure will affect consumers in various areas of the country who will not receive water for a 7-hour period daily. Met officials say drought conditions are not likely to end until October, and this may have implications for next year. And on the international scene, a former subway pitchman has pleaded guilty to child pornography charges and to crossing state lines to pay for sex with minors. More in this CNN report.
This morning, the former face of Subway pleaded guilty to possessing child pornography, including images of children as young as 6 and engaging in sexual acts with minors as young as 16.
This is about using wealth, status, and secrecy to illegally exploit children.
Bogle faces between 5 and 13 years in prison and will have to adhere to a pornography ban and sexual disorders treatment.
Remember Jared from Subway?
It's a far fall for the fast food pitchman, who rose to fame for losing 245 pounds after following his so-called Subway diet. He's been hawking Subway sandwiches since 2000 and even started the Jared Foundation to fight childhood obesity. Russell Taylor, a friend of Fogel's and the executive director of the foundation, was arrested in April on federal child pornography charges. According to prosecutors, he secretly recorded minors while they were changing or bathing, sharing some of the material with Fogel.
And that's news and sports. For more, log on to www.barbadostoday.bb. Subscribe to our e-paper, our email updates, and like us on Facebook. You can also catch us on iZoomi Media and bus terminals or screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you, as well as Channel 101 online TV and Mix 96.9 FM. I'm Frenella Wedderburn. Please, we'll see you tomorrow morning.